Please read this book. It is good. Please read it. Check it in our description box below. If you're on YouTube or Vimeo, depending. So, hello everyone and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching more Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. today. We are on episode 20 of season 3. And we wanted to have a different discussion during our intro this time. So, what would you guys want to have as a superpower if you had the choice? If you were going to be an inhuman. Not that they had a choice, but in this scenario, you do.
I think I would like to have strength and healing.
Yeah.
Healing everybody.
We were just talking about this during setup, so I'm like, okay, let me record this. Hey. But I think that's actually really good to have, too, because now, with your strength, would you be invincible, too, like Luke Cage? Would you have super strong skin? Or would you just have super strength?
Or would you be like Jessica?
Super strength. Just super strength.
Like Jessica.
Yeah. Although if you had, I like that too, because if you needed a surgery for some reason, then you wouldn't be able to have it if you were Luke Cage. So
that's very true.
That would really suck. So okay, I could see that. That's cool. What about you, Kimmy?
Oh, I would like flight. So if I get scared, I can just take off like Yo-Yo or Nightcrawler.
Did she try to tell us something?
Well, it's cool because you can have flight, and then you can teleport like Nightcrawler, and then Yo-Yo's power kind of scares me a little bit. Like, it's cool.
You have to know where you're going.
Yeah, because you can end up in a wall or something if something moves, right? Like
I'll take
or get hit
chances.
by it like she did last time. Yeah, I was like, but no, that would be cool. And we were joking because I'm like, flight would be awesome. I don't know if that's the main thing people say, because I know flight's like, you think Superman, that's like the coolest thing. But I'm so scared of heights. I'm a wuss when it comes to heights.
I am too. I am trying to get over it.
You probably would get over it. I'm
trying to go over these bridges and walk over bridges.
Everybody you can.
Bridges, so.
Yeah, like stuff like that. I'm okay, but like just being up high, like yeah, you're right, because like on a bridge, like I'm not too bad. But if I'm close to the edge or something, I'd be like, but
that would be too.
Yeah, or like high up in a ladder, maybe a little bit. But yeah, like I think just flying in general would scare the crap out of me. But like my friends like to skydive, and I'm like, no. I'm sorry, I'm boring, guys. But they're like, they skydive once a year or so, and they always love it. And I'm like, I probably pass out. That scares me. Yeah, like gliding, stuff like that. But anywho, I think I would love to be a shapeshifter as long as it wasn't painful. I want to be like Beast Boy on Teen Titans or something but I wouldn't want to be green. I wouldn't want my face or my body to be different normally, but if I wanted to change into something, I could. It'd be cool, like a cheetah.
So like your face so I could fly. On a cat or your face on a...
Oh God, no! That's scary. Sorry, I said that wrong, but I would still want to be me. I'm just thinking how, like, you know how certain Inhumans, like Gordon, you know, his eyes were gone, like his actual normal self changed into his power or whatever, but like I wouldn't want to be like a cat head person or just like all green, like
change.
Yes, like permanently changed physically, and I mean I want to be able to do it by choice, but to be able to turn back, or like Mystique. You know how she also she would have to change and use a lot of energy to try to be normal, which wasn't herself. But that's also a good lesson to have. You have to accept who you are, kind of thing. But I like who I am. But if I had that choice, I would love to be able to change into any animal. If I had to choose like what type of thing, like Beast Boy, which you guys don't know Beast Boy, but and he's green, he's permanently green, so I wouldn't want to be permanently green. Beastie Boys. Be a cheetah, be like an eagle flying around. There's like so many different animals that you could be. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and then let me know when you're an eagle, and I'll be flight.
You're like, woo! If
I fall, Mom will heal me.
Yeah, I know, Mom, you have to heal us a lot until we get used to our powers.
Yeah, you have a healer.
Pick us up when we're down. Woohoo! So, anywho, a lot of things happened last episode, and Daisy, holy crap, we're worried for her.
Yeah, she's still infected.
Yes, and she's willing to drain her own blood. Like, just take my blood and use me. I have alien blood. Like, I wonder if something inside of her, even, I really think Mac is right there, where he kind of felt something, like her inner way in her, somewhere in there, like a little portion of herself is still in there somewhere, hinting and being like, help me. So I'm kind of wondering if that little herself is like knocking, going like, help me, because the infected is like, the infection's all over her, where she's like, oh yeah, use my blood, and she's like, no.
Yes, and her eyes are always so glossy, like,
where it seemed like it was
That's
like
right.
that.
Yes, it's like inside there, she's like saying no.
But it really made me believe how controlled she is, because for her to attack Mac like that, to near death, like to even hurt your friend your partner, your friend, someone you care about, with no like remorse, no like problem doing it, like no hesitation, like that's messed up. So
man, she's not getting out.
It really shows that, you know, Hive has a lot of freaking control over all these Inhumans, and that sucks. So how do you get that out? That's the biggest question. Like maybe blood transfusion. Now I'm thinking of like they're getting this alien blood to make more Inhumans.
Fitzsimmons was trying to get something going, and Lincoln took it, and it didn't work.
Oh, and again, props to Lincoln. We love him, and he's a good person.
He's really trying to.
And he loves Daisy, you know, like
he sure does.
He cares so much to sacrifice himself like that, and it didn't work. I feel like I'm hoping that it didn't work yet, but maybe it just takes a while to build up. Shall we get into this, ladies?
Yes, Emancipation.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And so what does that mean, guys?
Maybe Daisy will be liberated from the Hive. Or
I hope so.
Maybe she would liberate a bunch of other Inhumans. I really hope not.
I hope not.
Because she's so powerful, and Hive really likes her. Like, ooh, I don't think... Because she's always with him. The other ones were too. But it's almost like they have, like, this partnership going on, and he kind of likes it. And also the ward inside him is kind of liking it, too.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I'm really hoping there's still a weakness there. I know I babbled about that last time, but...
Yeah, and they have the doctor with them, Dr. Radcliffe. So
he's
so willing to help out.
Yeah.
The science behind it.
I'm worried for Daisy. Shall we, ladies?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, 3:20.
We need to stop Hive by any means necessary.
I'll deal with the government. You do whatever it takes to end this.
Whatever it
All
takes.
options on the table.
Can't help it.
Desperate times, desperate measures.
What in the Knievel happened to you?
Knievel?
Little fender bender. No big deal.
You sure you should be in the driver's seat?
Let's go for a ride.
No blindfold?
No blindfold, but you might want to buckle up.
What?
Nice!
Oh my God.
Better
Who's
fits.
laying on me?
But I designed the anti-subversion code, so
goodness.
it's only a matter of time until I'm in.
She's in.
That's not good.
You like
That's
that?
weird. Huh? She looks
We
sickly,
have
doesn't she?
I'm fine, except for the bright light shining in my eye.
You just drink this and get some rest. No.
Oh, jeez.
I think you're the one who needs rest.
I will rest when we're dead.
Ooh.
Not you. I didn't mean.
I really thought he was going to say, keep going.
You were confident the last time.
True. But this time we have all our ingredients.
Oh, Lincoln, oh no.
Time for your feeding.
Well, they need... Yeah.
Our sense of humor needs work.
Whoa.
I need you to forget about Daisy. She already knows everything about us, and she's going to get in eventually.
Welcome back, Ms. Rodriguez.
Yay!
Director Golson?
This is Brigadier General Talbot, acting head of the ATCU. He's here to...
I know why.
The General would like to see what you can do.
Anytime.
I stole stuff.
Oh, watchdogs.
So we need more. Recruitment's getting harder. People think the Sokovia Accords will solve everything.
They over this mess.
You can make an
Yeah, I was
example
thinking that too. Gonna train with them on.
Humans are a disease.
Ooh, Mom, you have background noise for this picture.
It wasn't picture.
Ah!
There's a way to get in here. You'll find it.
I'm listening, I'm here, I'm
Come right
listening.
here.
Weird.
Is he playing with her? Maybe he's gonna play with her.
I made a loop of you sleeping, so if anyone checks the monitor, that's all they'll see. We can talk privately.
Wow, she looks horrible.
It's good to see
Her
you.
lips.
She lost her soul to that thing. I don't want what happened to her to happen to someone else I care about.
You need a beer and some faith.
Some of you need protection from yourselves. Is that why you have him caged up?
He's under medical observation, General.
Don't
I've
say
seen him in the
cage.
field. He has control issues.
I could fry that mustache right off your face, but that's just not who I am. Besides, I'd never make it off the base, not without help.
Look, he's being a good boy. He's just on my lap. He's just laying
Oh
down.
That's
my
fantastic.
goodness. Beware.
Oh, there's Lash.
Oh, he's not.
He may prove to be an asset.
An asset? What you have is an out-of-control freak show down here, Coulson. What other surprises have you got for me?
This is it. You wanted open doors? You got them.
What is at stake?
The world as we know it.
Sorry.
Yeah, no pressure.
Right.
Oh,
James.
Always hell.
uh-oh. Boom, boom. Boom on the chain.
Watch out.
Whoa.
Fire.
Whoa, okay.
This is different.
Leaving so soon.
Oh.
I'm the one who
Experiments.
invited
Oh, he's gonna use them.
Oh.
People that hate the most.
Did he just like blow up too and be like, cooperate?
Giving its victims a desire and willingness to connect with Hive and to serve him.
So he's controlling Daisy.
That's it.
This is exactly why the Sokovia Accords were created.
So now they're gonna change their mind once they're inhuman, if it works.
These are volunteers?
Are you still confident?
100% fairly certain.
Maybe, possibly.
Boom. Dead.
Went through rock formation.
Your food tray and a piece of that mirror.
I'm the one that tells you to calm down.
He's freaking out. He just read this for the first time.
I'm getting used to this sort of thing.
What's the trade for?
Him.
Ooh.
I'll grab his comms.
But you'll probably lose them at Devil.
You think I'm an
Yeah. No one's gonna believe him.
wouldn't tell him the truth.
Lincoln, hold.
I just don't get it. He just wants to go with her. He knows that she's controlled.
She's approaching the intersection. Hang tight, I'll distract her. Now, Lincoln, go now.
That boy sure sleeps a lot.
It's a pre-recorded loop.
What have I done?
Ooh, they did shed.
I think you overcooked him, Doc.
Ew, they're like all the same.
Could you use an extra hand?
Mac.
Well, actually, I could use about 7, but 1 will do. I need you to put these in bay 8.
Oh, man.
God.
She's locked us out.
Okay, I'm on it.
And Mac, I don't know.
You do this far.
L7.
Oh.
I hope nothing happens to Lincoln either.
This camera.
I don't know.
Someone dismantle the
Mac.
camera.
I'll keep your arms pinned down all day if I have to.
He's gonna shock him. Don't shock him. Mac's been through so much. He was going through all this crap.
Remove your restraints.
Oh, they're like
There's like
barbaric.
grunts. Yeah.
Nicely trained puppies.
I know the results are pretty unpleasant, but at least they didn't completely melt this time. That's a significant improvement. I'll redouble my efforts for the beta test. Won't kill me.
Oh no. Ew.
These will do just fine.
Wow, they just do whatever he says.
I've got to go with the doc on this one. I mean, some very ugly muffins. They're part of me. Just one more test. There's bound to be an improvement.
Oh, don't.
Me?
More, absolutely.
No one else?
No.
I'm hoping he has a plan too. He keeps asking to be by themselves.
You're on a tight ship, Coulson.
Not his better day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Daddy's coming in.
They're part of us. Our children, really. From our own flesh and blood.
Ew.
What Ward always wanted. Kids with
We'll
you.
need more blood.
He didn't escape.
Oh.
What?
Desperate
shape-
times, desperate measures.
Shapeshifter. What?
Oh God, what?
I didn't expect that. Really?
Lash.
That was my
Ooh,
prediction.
Lash. Oh.
What? He changed shape? Oh, please do something cool.
Oh.
I communicated with him by leaving
good.
messages on his food trays.
You had me.
Good.
Good.
Even though I wanted to, I never trusted Daisy. Not under Hive's control.
You knew about this?
I run a tight ship.
Yeah. Why do we doubt? I don't know. Oh, cool. Please survive and kill him. Oh.
He's stronger.
Portal.
I don't
You can
know.
portal it?
Oh.
Please. Oh.
He's like, what are you trying to do?
That really makes sense now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you don't succeed, I won't succeed.
I have another theory. He's so awesome now. Now we're like, woo! Oh, she does have her powers.
She's gonna kill him.
Come on.
She's so infected. Oh, he knows her. He knows.
Oh, what's he gonna? No, he's not gonna kill her. He took out the crap. I didn't know he could do that.
Now you're free.
Oh.
Now she's free.
Oh, now he's picking.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
I'm afraid I'm too right with this.
She needs
Is
blood.
he gonna die now? No. They equal out each other. See?
Yep. Oh.
Oh,
James.
that explosion. Oh God, he did not deserve that kill. No.
Oh, no. No, he died.
That's so sad. Oh.
But she needs a lot of blood, too. Yeah, it's a shame.
Oh, I hate how he was taken out by that guy.
Yeah. Wow.
Hug.
Welcome back, Agent Johnson.
It's good to see you.
Lash wasn't here to kill Hive.
He was here to save Daisy.
Oh, that's why he was always always there with him. This is so sad.
Yes.
In the meantime, have a little faith.
That was so cool. He was able to take it out of her.
Oh, wow.
Hive could potentially infect a significant percentage of the human race, turning them all into the swayed, primitive inhumans that Daisy described.
It was a warhead. Fully operational warhead.
Crap.
Jeez, natural.
Keep the faith, Alfonso Mackenzie.
The cross?
You think so?
Yeah. So is he gonna have the
Oh
cross?
no.
Anyone with the cross now? I'm like, oh no.
With the spaceship.
Daisy was very specific about that, right? Like, I don't know. There was a cross that I saw. I kept seeing the
member
cross.
of my team, our team, I'm in the cross.
Yeah, we kept seeing the cross, so I would be like, yeah, there's a cross always floating around, a cross. Like, that's the first thing I would think of because it was centered. But I don't know, so maybe he's thinking that. Oh my God, what an episode.
Wow.
First of all, with Lash.
So Lash came through.
Yeah, Lash came through, and so did Lincoln.
Yes, he did.
Poor Lincoln. I mean, he's a great team member. He really is.
He sure is. Oh,
I was hoping he would prove himself because he's come so far for one thing, and he risked his own life to try to save Daisy with that, thing that he injected him with. He could have died. And for him to be that desperate, I was kind of hoping. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like there's more there. But I truly did think he was trying to escape without their knowledge. I had a quick thought, like, oh, maybe they, so naive really to think that way at this point. But it's true. Like, they're so good at playing that where I'm like, okay, well, he does want to escape. Maybe S.H.I.E.L.D. knows about it and he's playing her. But I don't know. He seems desperate. So I really just don't think so. And then when he smashed that guy and knocked him out, I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, now it is real. And so, wow. So that really did shock me that he was with S.H.I.E.L.D. and that was great because now he came full circle to show that he's not letting his feelings get in the way of actual decision making of like what's right. And he even said there's a risk there. Lash might hurt Daisy, kill Daisy. I don't know, but this is the right call. We have to do it this way.
Yes,
so
and
I'm
that's
glad
the
he
agent
listened.
talking in him.
Yeah, and May's been seeing that, I guess, because you know how she's always like, oh, well, I need to talk to him or I need to see Lincoln. And so
yes,
that's good that they have that
relationship. This is your feeding time, and she's making a joke of it, and and she was sneaking notes to him all along about this whole
that's something.
That's plan. So it worked out perfect.
Yeah, you really have to think it through because everyone's so super smart here that they can easily find something wrong. And Daisy just hacking in and knowing how to control everything, which would make sense because I think, Kim, you made a comment, I can't remember what you said, but when Coulson was like second guessing and they're like, well, who else has control or something? It's like, well, Daisy does. She has control over everything. She's a hacker and she did most of the technologies around there, right? So, you know, like he didn't even mention that. Like, oh, okay, well,
he just thought it was him and May. And, you know, May did a great job too of buffaloing us because even when Daisy was trying to get Lincoln out of there and he's like, oh, May's coming down in the hallway, I'm going to distract her. That's not a typical reaction for May. She's
May,
always, I can see her
yeah.
like grabbing a phone and get somebody, what's going on? You know, she just turned around like,
ooh, look at that light. That's weird.
She turned around and
let me
just
turn
like,
around and see that one. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because that's like a warning light, right? So I'd be like,
yeah,
okay, maybe it's going out, but let's go and act quickly. Not like, oh, so that was out of character, you're right? So that was actually really good that she did that, you know? Going to Lash, like, not to say that, but like I was shocked on how right I was with that, because they keep like building this up where they're like, okay, well, there's balance always with Inhumans. You know, when you get someone really bad, you get someone really good, kind of like that concept, and they need to balance or equal each other out, and it's all a system. So we kept seeing Lash as the bad guy because he's killing all these Inhumans, right? But he has a drive and he doesn't understand it, and it's because if Hive gets control over all these Inhumans, he has to kill off all these minions he's going to have. So that's why he was driven, unfortunately, to kill all these Inhumans, not knowing the reason. But the only Inhuman, Daisy said a while ago, he spared Daisy. So it's like, why spare me? I mean, maybe Andrew, because we just took it as Andrew knows Daisy and that side of him's coming out, and that's why he's being protective. But there was a bigger reason there, because he was there to protect Daisy only. That was his only drive, to be that person. So talk about, like, I mean, can you imagine if Andrew didn't consume the fish oil or whatever? Like, who else would be a Lash? Like, someone else would have to do that.
He touched the crystal that
That's
was
right.
in her mom's book.
That's right, yes. And, you know, like, if he didn't do that, I mean, everything is fated, I guess, but would there be another Lash if he didn't do that? You know what I mean? Like, if everything has to balance, you know, that character,
what type
that
of personality
power
would have had that?
Yeah, who knows? And for him to be driven, because it wasn't even like, because Andrew's always been a really nice guy, so the Lash in him was an actual, I mean, they even said he was a weapon, but Lash was an actual being of something else, because Andrew, even though it was mixed, it was almost like, I know people debate this, and I know he's not the Hulk at all, but it's almost like Banner and then the Hulk, right? Like they're two different people.
They're both doctors.
But they're both the same. They're just different, like, emotions or something. But Hulk is very different, and he gets really angry, and he gets, like, pouty, like a big pouty child. Then you have Banner, super smart scientist, nerdy scientist, and he's really nice. And then when you combine the two, it's like they mold, right? Like they're mixed, completely balanced together. And Lash was more Lash at the end, but he was still talking, and he saved Daisy. So it was kind of like, I don't know, it made me think that way, but it seemed, because he wasn't a normal Inhuman, that he was this other entity that was weaponized to actually destroy something bigger. So Andrew didn't have control over that. It was just interesting to see, like, it wasn't a normal Inhuman, you know, way about things.
Boy, he just went right for him, too.
He did.
Sure did.
Yeah, because that was his purpose. That was his only purpose. And to take out all those minions, I'll just say, you know, like, he was just taking them out no problem. And how perfect of a weapon is that, where he can, like, just make holes, like he's killing people by making holes in their chest and ripping out their hearts or whatnot. And he can go through walls the same way, so he can transport things and see things, I guess, and be able to pull out the poison or the infection out of her.
Wow,
like, that was insane.
That was great.
That,
oh my God,
that was fantastic.
Again,
and for her to be able to, I mean, she's so weak. She's got so much, you know, blood drawn out of her. And to fly the Quinjet back to the base and just say, I'm coming back home.
Or just jump into it.
Like,
surprise,
are you really Daisy? Are you not? You know.
I know. I would be unsure too, and I'm like, okay, do a lot of scans, but really, because we don't really understand Hive and how he controls. Like, they learn so much with their technologies and stuff. And they've been through so much to understand a lot of things. But like, yeah, like this is so surreal, and he's so demonic-like, and just has so much control that you don't know. And I'd be like, I don't know, but I'm trying to trust the scan. So I know, and on our end, we know that she's cured. But on their end, scanning, I'd be like, you sure that's 100% accurate? I'm not quite sure.
That's right.
So one of my theories that didn't happen, but just in the moment, I'm like, I have a theory. And with Daisy, because her blood was drained so much to almost death, like she looked terrible, I thought maybe she would lose her powers, and then that way she'd become human again without any powers. Like, they would just get so weakened. And then when your blood replenishes, it's your normal human blood, I guess. And I know she's mixed with the alien blood, but I was thinking, okay, well, maybe it's more human, like her old Daisy blood. You know,
she wouldn't have as much.
And so Lash would leave her alone because of that. Like, I didn't think his purpose was to save Daisy, but that would make sense with all the different events that took place. So when he went up to her, I thought he was going to sense that she was just human, so he was going to leave her alone. I didn't expect Lash to die here, though. I really wanted Hive and Lash to go out together. Like, I didn't want Lash to die, but I just had in my head,
especially by James's hand either.
Freaking combustion man. Like, I know he's a cocky, he just does not deserve that kill. And not saying deserve, because I love Andrew, and he should definitely survive. And it's just so freaking sad. But if he can't reverse, he's not going to want to be that monster forever. I mean, you know, it's a sad life, but What a way to go. I just really didn't want it to be by him, you know?
Yeah,
that was
and
shocking.
Daisy's such a strong asset to S.H.I.E.L.D. That, I mean, he did a wonderful thing saving her life.
He sure did. My gosh.
You know, and it was destined.
That was a great scene. That was such build up, and to send Lash, I was like, holy crap. And
I felt so bad.
And you know, they kind of should have stuck in my head too, because we did see Lash earlier this episode, and we haven't seen him in a while. So I was kind of like, okay, well, maybe this is going to trigger events to happen.
Yeah,
but I didn't think that.
Talbot's reaction to that is like, really?
I know. I was like, come on. I get it. Like, yeah, there's a lot of things he doesn't understand, but still.
Yeah, it was all thrown at him at once.
Oh, I'm so sad that he got killed.
Wow,
but that was an epic battle, and I'm annoyed that Hive is still alive, but it would make sense. I mean, like, he's an epic villain, and everything really just came to this ultimate being that's been worshipped for thousands of years, for, I don't know, like a long time. A different planet, too. Like, he's been around a long time. And that's all of Hydra. Like, that's the main person.
Yeah,
so
and he has the weapon now to have it spread all over a big portion of the population. And it was through that guy that was in the wheelchair, the former agent.
Yeah.
That was partners with Coulson. He got it from Guerrero or someone, right? That other Inhuman. So that's really bad. They've got to stop them.
Yeah. It's horrible. I know. I was really hoping that Hive would die there, but again, it makes sense because it was too quick of a death. But I was hoping that Lash, if anything happened to him, he would just get injured. Combustion Man could have just, you know, James, but Combustion Man could have just hurt him a little bit, and then he'd have to go, he would escape and heal, and then have to take on Hive again, and then they could just die together, like, haha, in an epic battle.
Yeah, that would have been great.
That
well,
it's
been awesome. It's almost the end of the season, so we're getting up there where something's going to happen.
That's right.
Yeah,
and this show, that damn space scene.
Yes, I know. And this show has such a good mix of drama and comedy. Like, I love the humor in it where, was it Garrett that blew up like a while ago, where he was monologuing or something because he's like, oh my God, and they already went through this whole thing, and he's like, ha ha ha, and then he just explodes, right? And then you have Coulson there with a big gun. He's like, oh. So I want to see something like that take place, but I'm glad at least Daisy is back.
Yes.
That's good.
So happy.
Yes, it's fantastic.
After old self.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lincoln's okay, and Mac is okay.
That's
and
right.
He's talking to Yo-Yo now. And
yeah, that's good. I like Mac and
They're all
Yo-Yo
good.
together. They seem like a good
good
friendship going on there. And
yes.
you know, one
Very
random thing
good.
I want to say about Yo-Yo too is I love how calm and slow she is. Like slow as in movements, where it's so opposite of her powers. You know, I love that when she's calm.
She's so quick when she got Talbot's medals.
And she's really gentle and caring.
Because like I hate it when they stereotype where you're fast, so everything has to be hyper and talk like super fast, like this, but you know, because like you're just super fast. So I'm glad they didn't go that route with her, and she's very just calm and talking to Mac and like touching his side lightly and
her faith. And,
So she's really just a good, calm person. I love that side of her, and then how quick she is. Like they don't even have to do any special effects with her. It's just like you just make a little sound effect. Whoop. I stole this from you. So that's great. It's like, yes, finally a character we don't have to do too much with. I mean, like, she's amazing, don't get me wrong, you know what I mean? Just like the sound effect.
Faster than a speed of light.
Get the fan out. Look what I just did.
And I like when Fitz and Simmons were trying to kiss in the electrical room. And
I like that.
Yeah,
you know, that's so cool because I wasn't sure how that was going to work. I knew they would be fine together, but I wasn't sure if they were going to be like distracted and be like, hee hee, hi, yeah, hi, honey, you know. But they're professional as heck. Like, they're great. So it's a wonderful relationship, and they're great with their working relationship too. Like, that doesn't get distracting. Yes, they have moments, but right when, you know, people come in, May comes in, okay, boom, gear, you know, like they're ready to go. And they're listening, and that's it, you know. It's not a bad thing at all. Like, it's really good in both ways, so they can still work together because they make a good team anyways, but sometimes they might get too distracted, you know, so I thought that might be an issue, but no, it's totally perfect, so I love them together. They're cute. And Lincoln, thank you so much for being good and really being realistic about it. Love is hard, and you did the right choice there. And Coulson, Daddy's eyes, he's like, okay, you do not have to wear a vest where you may explode. May or may not explode. But if you get infected, we're going to save my daughter, but you may go. No, it was a test. No. Woo! Woo! What an episode. I am so sad about Lash, though. I mean, it was just so quick, you know? All of a sudden he's there, holy crap, that's his purpose, and then gone. I'm like, no.
No, it's just like
But
that.
to you, Lash, you were an amazing character. Andrew, I keep saying Lash now because he is Lash, but Andrew, we loved Andrew, and poor May going through all this again.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Andrew going through all this, just awful. But loved his character. Thank you for saving Daisy.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you very
tributes.
much. Yes.
Yes, so thank you.
I'm just happy that Daisy was saved.
Yes.
Poor Lash, you know.
And she's free of infection. No
That's
more.
right, she is.
Free.
Don't snap your fingers.
Emancipation.
Yes. Yeah. You were right. So very good title. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, ring that bell, and we'll see you very soon as always. Bye guys.